Environmentalists are criticizing the Corzine administration over recommendations for future housing and land use in the state. The groups claim policies being developed by two State Department of Community Affairs task forces will sidestep environmental regulations. Environment correspondent Ed Rogers has the story.
A coalition of key New Jersey environmental groups say recommendations from two task forces would gut environmental protections. The environmentalists claim that the committee's recommendations include giving the State Planning Commission authority to block the adoption of any environmental regulations, repealing the state's new regulations aimed at limiting development around streams, and prohibiting open space funding for towns that don't meet affordable housing rules. The environmentalists say adoption of these reports would lead to runaway sprawl.
What we really see here is, Dick Cheney comes to New Jersey. This is really what it's about. Secret task force pushing special interest agendas at the expense of the public.
The groups called the recommendations a mere copy of the 2004 fast-track law that has been in limbo for 3 years since then-acting Governor Cody signed an executive order suspending the program. The environmentalists want the governor to reject the proposals.
We thought that proposal was so outrageous when it first popped its ugly head for about 5 minutes in March of 2004 that we didn't take it seriously. We ignored it, dismissed it, and then 2 months later, it had been sleeping, it had been dormant, we thought it wasn't going anywhere, and then in 3 days it surfaced and was passed into law. We're not going to make that mistake this time.
A spokesman for Governor Corzine says the reports are drafts and have not been presented to the governor. The spokesman says the governor has a strong record on the environment and does not believe that the environment and affordable housing are mutually exclusive. This is the fourth time in the last year that environmentalists have criticized the Corzine administration policies, raising questions about their support for the administration.
And I think that overall there's been some good and there's been some bad, but this is a real test right now.
Ed Rogers, NJN News, Trenton.
And late today, the State Community Affairs Department issued a statement saying its Housing Task Force's process has been open to the public and that any claims otherwise are without merit.